Hey everybody, we're coming to you live. And here's Memphis' starting group. Manning the backcourt, we'll see Moran and Bain. Jackson out there with Edey, and it's Jackson in at the 3. And for the Timberwolves, Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's Sivonja in at the point guard position. Well, Grant, I hope you're as fired up for this one as I am. Some of the league's most exciting talent on the floor.
Oh, my, man. I am most definitely up for this one. With the athleticism on both sides, there's going to be no shortage of highlights. And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Here's Moran. Takes it inside. And he goes right over Rudy Gobert. Slams it down.
Ooh, as usual, Moran bringing down the house.
Edwards for 3. And it's Bain with the rebound. Randle with a steal. Pass to Gobert. Now DiVincenzo. And the 3 off target. Bain from deep three-point land. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson.
Big day for their backcourt. Their guards have really set the tone for the rest of this team.
The 3, DiVincenzo hits the trifecta.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Morant with the bucket.
Oh, Morant sinks the answer with authority. He's feeling the competitive fire after that last trade.
The electric Ja Morant. High-flying, fast, fearless. Where's that mentality come from, RJ?
There is just a fearlessness like you mentioned. Most players, you just have that mindset. You don't care. You're going to attack the rim. Doesn't matter if you could potentially get hurt. You are going to take off. That mindset is a level of aggressiveness that only Ja Morant possesses. One of the smoother strokes you'll see Morant. This man's got a nice jumper.
Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in. Oh, another lead change. 6 total in the first half.
And this is the battle we were hoping to see.
And here's Morant outside. Can't get it to drop.
Locking the arc down. Defense knows it's on them to scare off those shots.
The 3 is up. The putback.
And you know he's tough on the glass. Easy money there for Gobert.
Outside Morant. Let's go with a 3. Morant missing again. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Chris Finch. They were concerned with Jaren Jackson Jr. on both ends of the floor. Coach saying defensively, Triple J covers so much space, a blocking machine. And on the other side of the ball, Jaren has serious skill for a man of his size. He's a tough game plan for us. Jaren Jackson Jr., a two-way menace. Brian?
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Now here's Morant. He's got 7. Have the space there, but it's offline.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks from range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
For 3, Randle drops in the 3. Randle's got 6.
Yeah, a shot that Randle has added to his repertoire. Shooting the 3 with confidence now.
Here's Morant. Kicks it out to Jackson. Beyond the arc. Knocks down the triple.
This is that modern big man play. Tall guys who are comfortable draining shots from deep.
And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning. Gliding the pass to where it needed to be.
Wow, a strong finish to seal the deal. Outside, DiVincenzo. And another 3 for Minnesota. Wow, 8 lead changes in the first half. Unbelievable.
Yeah, both sides digging in for what looks like a war.
From deep, Morant. Rudy Gobert with a rebound.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
35 seconds left in the first quarter here. Morant against DiVincenzo. And then Morant with the dunk.
It's just so much fun to watch Ja fly. The way this man can take off is so impressive.
McDaniels from long range. Memphis with a rebound. Now here's Morant. He's got 9. Buzzer beater. And so it's Dante DiVincenzo making things happen for the Timberwolves. Hitting and getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. All right, a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for Minnesota.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
Another thing they're doing well early on is passing the ball, spreading it around the floor and feeding guys who are well set up to score.
So on the floor for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. Manning the backcourt, we'll see Morant and Payne. Jackson out there with Jackson, and it's Edey in at the center position, locking down the middle.
He gets a lot of defensive attention, but Morant, he can expect this type of rough scene anytime he takes it inside.
And so Morant will bring it up for Memphis. Trailing by 2, and the basket by Payne.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
Edwards for 3. Oh, Edwards! Money on the triple!
Oh, there's another 3. Love seeing Edwards deliver the revenge triple.
Morant looking for an opening. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. DiVincenzo can't hit.
And the defense was right on him there. Nice contest.
Here's Jackson. Basket's good. Jackson's got 5 points.
Big body cleaning the glass. Great awareness by Jackson Jr.
And here's Edwards outside. And another 3 from Minnesota.
That is just ridiculous. He's just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see the...
Oh, a sensational slam by him.
Oh, my goodness. Anthony Edwards. Wow.
Morant into the lane. Oh, an impossible move. Ja Morant.
Oh, man. He got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the space.
Oh,
yes.
Oh, another highlight reel play from Anthony Edwards. Oh, this guy is fun.
Richard, for years, the Grizzlies team motto was grit and grind. You think that shifted?
They're a little bit flashier now, but they still have that underdog spirit. That's what grit and grind is about. They're always out to prove themselves.
And he's going for the oop here. And stolen by Jackson. Here we go, one-on-one. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. Payne, no good. Minnesota's gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the second. DiVincenzo can't hit. Memphis has gone 6 of 14 from the perimeter tonight. Here's Morant. Hauled in by DiVincenzo.
Try to get spicy and totally whiffed, huh? Okay. He's going to be living this one down for at least about a week.
There's the triple. The rebound by Jackson. The kick out to Edwards. Second chance shot. And he hits the jumper for 2. Edwards has got 19 points.
And certain nights, Edwards just goes off. Very tough to stop when he's in the zone.
The Timberwolves have gone 6 of 11 here in the second quarter. Edwards with some muscle.
This first half has been all him. He's getting to his spots and going to work.
Outside Morant. There's the 3. Gets the 3 ball to go. Morant's got 18 points in the game.
It's been all about Ja tonight. Can score in so many different ways.
Edwards a screen on Moran, and he lobs it up. Edwards hammers it down.
Wow, Edwards with the hops, the long arms, easy guy to hit in the alley-oop game.
And here's Moran outside. Rebound Minnesota. Gobert's got 7 rebounds in the game. Randall right side. Gets the 3 to fall. And it's a 6-point Minnesota lead.
Why do lefty shots look so pretty? Like that one for Randall, man. I wish I shot at lefty.
From deep, Payne. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Oh, stolen by Morant. Pass to Jackson. Takes the 3. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Edwards, a pass to DiVincenzo. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
And adding to this lead right now. Riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow.
And so it's Minnesota closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. What has them in front right now, by and large, they're taking great shots. Time for a quick break, then back to the action.
And get ready for the big half-court shot. Drum by. They're thinking about the shot.
And if you're just joining in, 1 half is in the books, 1 half to go. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
Richard, you played for great teams and rebuilding teams. How different is the atmosphere between those types of organizations?
The expectation to win from everyone, top to bottom, that's what stands out to me. Everyone takes their role seriously and professionally.
Naz Reid out there with Joe Ingles. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then there's Mike Conley. And it's Shannon in at the 2-guard. And that's the group from Chris Finch as we begin the second half. Memphis shooting their first free throws of the game. First one falls for him. Good on both. The Timberwolves lead by 5. Outside Conley. Puts up a deep 3. Up, pulls it in.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
The offensive rebound. Kennard passes to Wells. Here's Huff. Reed defending. 6 to shoot. Here's Huff. Kennard for 3. He's off on that one. Here's Alexander Walker. From outside, off the mark. Grizzlies trail by 5. After 3 straight playoff appearances, the Grizzlies sadly missed the postseason in 2024.
You know, really, by no fault of their own, BA. Injuries ruined what fans were hoping would be a big year for them. You know, it just goes to show there's no safe bets in this league.
They say it's a make-or-miss league, and there are some times that you miss.
For the lead. And another 3 for Memphis. These teams just keep trading the lead.
Yeah, you wonder what it's going to take for someone to pull away.
This one for 3. Pure from 3-point range.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
And so Conley will bring it up for the Timberwolves. For 3. They get it back. Outside, Alexander Walker. The 3 is up. The Grizzlies pull it in. Here's Pippen. Here's Kennard. Pass to Huff. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Now, this is just too easy for Conley. The D can't allow him to get this close to the basket.
Kennard outside. Offline with a three.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots. And with the defender not really committing to him, he fires away.
Out to the right wing. Here's Huff. Alexander Walker grabs the board.
Normally he drains that.
Reed for three. And the three-pointer goes. And now it's an 8-point Timberwolves lead.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up, oh yeah, you're done.
Out to the wing. To end the run. And again, it's Memphis missing.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Here's Alexander Walker. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, the Timberwolves, no doubt, a team to be reckoned with. Coach Chris Finch said, we come in every single night and compete. No matter what the circumstances are, we expect to win. We root for each other, so I feel like we have all the makings of a tough team.
And they have reason to be confident, Allie. Thank you. Kennard outside. Launches a three. Nails it from three. Kennard's gotten himself on the board with a three there.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Here's Conley. A quick shot there. It's off target. Grizzlies trail by 5. Pass to Huff. And that one is stuffed right through.
Did you see that? Look at the elevation on that dunk, B.A.
Man, he just cocked it back and fired it down with one hand. Ingles from outside. And he can't get that one. The Grizzlies have gotten 5 of 12 shots to drop in the third.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
Memphis shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. And he drops the first. And the Timberwolves going with a whole new group out there. And so he makes both from the line. And here's Minnesota now. They lead by 1. McDaniels, that's good.
If you give a shooter of his skill an opening like this, he's going to take it every time.
Kennard outside. Launches it. Drills it from deep. Kennard's got 6 here in the quarter. We've got 22 seconds left in the third quarter here. Edwards driving in. And Edwards slams it in.
Yeah, what energy from Edwards on the drive. Pushing his way inside and straight to the cup.
Pass to Wells. And here's Kennard. Fades away. Can't hit that one. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And 2 teammates on the same page, woo.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. On the court for Memphis to start the fourth. Manning the backcourt, we'll see Moran and Bain. Jackson out there with Gigi Jackson, and it's Edey in at the 5 spot.
Can you say terrific athlete? Edwards just enjoys getting deep positioning and rising up for the slam. And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
No doubt. That's the kind of play that can energize the whole team, and they will take it in a close game like this.
Did you guys see that? What an insane slam.
Man, you got to have some hang time to pull that off. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
This is what teams try to do with Morant. Get physical, make it difficult, but he just continues to figure it out.
And Edwards slams it in.
With the windmill, too. Turning this place upside down.
Everybody looks stunned. And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That's his first foul.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Jackson against Randall. Pass to Edwards. Takes a three. He buries it from three. And it's a 6-point Timberwolves lead.
Shooting the three with confidence. That's exactly what this team needs from Edwards.
Here's Morant. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got the glass covered here tonight. That's 11 boards for him. Here's Edwards. Here's Randall. Outside McDaniels. And stolen by Jackson. And the Grizzlies pushing it up now. And again, it's Memphis missing. Fast break, Minnesota. And there's the lob. It's tipped. Stolen by Jackson. Fast break. Here we go. From deep, Bane. It's rebounded by Anthony Edwards. Edwards has got 4 rebounds in the game. Seems like this offense is being executed the way it was designed.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach couldn't be happier with the results. Looks like they're gaining some confidence here in crunch time.
Building out this lead brick by brick, they have taken a very methodical approach.
Here's Morant. Fantastic finish inside by Morant.
A point guard with length. Morant can do a little bit more than just handle himself inside.
Edwards a screen on Morant. DiVincenzo pass to Edwards.
And he's doing it all himself, shouldering the offensive load in effortless fashion right now.
Here's Morant. He takes it in. And he goes right over Rudy Gobert. Slams it down.
I don't know, but it seems like Morant's got springs or something in his shoes.
And he lobs it up top. And Edwards slams it in.
And how sweet was that play?
Pinpoint pass, set up the alley-oop flush. Jackson can't get it to go. The Timberwolves lead by 8. Pass to Edwards. Edwards with a step. And another dime for him.
That makes 15 assists.
He has been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Morant against DiVincenzo. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. And stolen by Jackson. Jackson against McDaniels.
The team-first mindset of Jackson, willing to get the ball to his open guys.
And here's Randall. He'll bring it up for the T-Wolves. And here's Edwards outside. Offensive rebound. The three. The rebound by Edey.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Oh, there's the alley. Stolen by Jackson. And now the Grizzlies on the run. Morant goes all the way to cap off the break.
Massive points from Morant, willing to take the big shot.
Pass to Edwards. Over Bane. And a terrific move by Anthony Edwards to score. Edwards has got 44.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
No let up with these guys. They're going for the throat now.
Morant. And then Morant with the dunk.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. Randall finds Edwards. There's the three. The rebound by Jackson.
And right here, they can't waste any time.
It needs to be a quick shot and a quick foul.
Outside Edwards. Gobert passes to DiVincenzo. Fires from way outside. Misses. And so it's Minnesota with the W. Boy, a hard-fought game. They did a great job of holding on to the lead at the end.
Yeah, get the coffee, because that's the way to close.
All right, Allie, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Grant Hill, Rich.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back.
of attention in this game, that matchup at the guard position. That is going to be special.
Well, that's the point of attack on both ends of the floor, and it's always fun to see skilled and capable guards duel it out. It is like watching a great chess match.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Down in the block, it'll be Kawhi next to Zubac. Harden out there with Chris Dunn. And it's Coffey in at the small forward position. Took him no time at all on that one.
Well, don't think twice. Ball touches your hands, you let it go, Anthony Edwards.
And here's Leonard from 3. Hits the three-point bomb.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
McDaniels. And a miss there on the triple. And so Harden will bring it up for the Clippers. Off target with his 3. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. DB, ever since winning the most improved player back in 2021, Randall has stayed scoring at an incredible clip.
Yeah, Kevin, what makes this guy such a difficult matchup is his size and the ability to drive it. And now what you've seen is this evolution into a legit threat from three-point territory. He is such a difficult cover.
Poke loose. Inside. And the jam by Harden.
Oh, my. James Harden with a statement right there.
Edwards finds Randall, and the call will be against Julius Randall. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
The Clippers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And here's Harden for 3. It's good from long range. Harden's got 5.
This is evidence that James Harden, from any spot on the floor, is willing to launch and makes good on that long 3.
Los Angeles has gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Here's Minnesota, trailing by 2. And here's Edwards from the arc. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Outside Leonard. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Harden kicks to Leonard. Fires for 3. Gobert pulls it in.
Well, it isn't for a lack of effort when it comes to getting up the three-pointers. Not much to show for it. He's going to lose the green light here very early in this game if this keeps up.
The Ant-Man is in the house. Mr. Anthony Edwards making it look easy.
Leonard with the screen on DiVincenzo. Harden, no good. Timberwolves have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Recently, Doris, the Clippers have had their most successful stretch in franchise history.
Well, think about it, Kevin. They've only missed the playoffs twice, going all the way back to 2012. They made their first conference finals in team history back in 2021. Not bad for a franchise that had one of the worst win-loss records in league history.
And while we've got a moment, I'd send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, the Clippers are inaugurating their new arena this season, and they're set to host the All-Star Game next season. It will mark the 7th time that the LA area has hosted the All-Star facilities. Kevin, there will be no shortage of stars in attendance.
That's always the way it is in LA. You're so right, David. It ought to be quite a spectacle. 5 to shoot. Gobert with the block.
Wow, insanely tough to get a shot off when Rudy Gobert is around. Wow.
1:12 left to play in the first. And the basket by Harden. Timberwolves trail by 5. McDaniels gets a wide open look. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Dunn passes to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
If you're going to foul Ivica Zubac, you better really foul him. This guy's got great strength.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Los Angeles.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
And they've also done a really good job taking advantage of miscues. Their defense has been stifling in this one.
Coffey passes to Leonard. Oh, what a dunk!
Kawhi Leonard might be quiet off the court, but on the court, he makes a lot of noise.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Another miss by Minnesota.
Listen, that's a shot he can make, but obviously the defense okay letting him shoot it.
It's stolen by Edwards. To end the run. It's a good shot, and now he's 3 for 7.
The work that Anthony Edwards is putting in as a shooter is there. That range shot so important. Nice three-point look right there.
And Harden launches it from deep. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. James Harden getting it done for the Clippers. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We'll take a quick break and... And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, down in the block, it'll be Kawhi next to Zubac. Dunn is out there with Harden, and it's Coffee in at the 3. Zubac with the screen for Leonard. Bring it up for Kawhi Leonard from 3.
This team relies on that shot from Kawhi.
And talk about victors and guys who play to their strength. What about Zubac? He does a great job.
He does, Kevin, a 7-footer who wants to play like a 7-footer. He's an outstanding rebounder. He doesn't need the ball offensively. You know he's going to show up and give you great effort every night.
You see the competitor in Leonard matching the 3 from the other end.
Edwards getting the close range, too.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
Harden kicks to Dunn. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Dunn's got the lead up to 10 now for Los Angeles. Harden the pass to Zubac. They set the pick. Again, the Clippers.
Well, what makes Kawhi so problematic in the pick and roll? He can do about anything he wants out of it, including keep the basketball.
No one near Randall as he lets it go. No good on the triple. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Clippers. Leonard looking around. Launches a 3. Rebound, Minnesota. Gobert's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Edwards finds Randall. Back to Edwards. Puts up a deep 3. Edwards with the floor spacer.
I think his teammates understand that Anthony Edwards has every aspect of his offensive game working, so let's make sure he's got the basketball.
Harden against DiVincenzo. Pass to Coffee. 6 to shoot. Now done. The 3. Julius Randle with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 9. For 3, Edwards. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And the Clippers going with a whole new group out there.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. From outside, off the mark. Timberwolves trail by 10. For 3, Edwards. Powell pulls it in. Los Angeles has gone for the three-pointer 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times. Bogdanovich wide open, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Bogdanovich is a very consistent shooter from the field. He's got great mechanics and can just pepper you with shots.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
And Simmons kicks the foul. And it's good, assisting on the play with Simmons. Powell's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. DiVincenzo with it. Nothing on the board. And here's Edwards from the arc. And Simmons with the rebound. Bogdanovich against Edwards. Bogdanovich dishes to Simmons. And Ben Simmons picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Timberwolves trail by 12. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Gobert finds Randall. 3-pointer. And Simmons with the rebound. LA's gone an even 50% from 3-point range in the second quarter. 4 for 8. Eubanks the pass to Simmons. It's stolen by DiVincenzo. And that concludes the first half. Clippers lead by 12. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave, thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime. There wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
We got Joe Ingles. He's out there with Reed. Conley out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Shannon in at the 2. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
You have got to be aware of where Mike Conley is. He's so capable outside the arc.
You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year, as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But, boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
Locked up there for Powell. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Shannon, no good. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. It's stolen by Ingles. There's the 3. Sinks the 3-pointer. Shannon's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
I'm telling you this, if you leave one of Ingles' teammates open, Joe is going to find him.
A 3 from Bogdanovich. Conley grabs the miss. Timberwolves trail by 9. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Mike Conley's leadership is huge for the Wolves. Rudy Gobert says his presence on the court, but especially in the locker room, is invaluable. Coach Chris Finch said he's given us everything and more. Conley says to have this kind of trust from everyone is why I'm here. This is what I'm supposed to do. Kevin?
He is a class act. David, thanks. And the basket by Ingles.
So you've got to chase Joe Ingles off that 3-point line because he is lethal.
Lets it go from deep. And Bogdanovich gets the 3. Bogdanovich has got 6.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling 3-point opportunities.
Reed misses. Clippers leading by 11. Bogdanovich looking around. Pass to Simmons. Nifty move. Jones. And slammed in by Jones.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Here's Alexander Walker. No good with the triple.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
And when you look at Alexander Walker, Doris, so consistent from year to year.
This is a young man who knows his role, finds ways to help the team within the context of what the Stars are doing. And those are exactly the kind of role players you need in order to have a quality basketball team.
And that's cash. Bogdanovich is a legitimate threat to burn you from that mid-range.
Outside Conley. Will it go? Eubanks grabs the miss. And so it's Bogdanovich who brings up the ball for the Clippers. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points.
It's impressive, the level of domination at both ends, and you're seeing the results.
You know this. It's not easy building a lead on the road, but this team has been lights out throughout the game.
Jones, that's for two. The quick look, no good that time.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
From deep. Shannon, no good. Here's the Clippers. They're on a 14-6 run. Powell kicks to Simmons. Jones for three. Again, the miss by Jones. Timberwolves trail by 17. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Alexander Walker. Hands it from downtown.
What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Eubanks finds Jones. Jacks up a three. Hits it from three-point range. Jones has got 10 points now just in this quarter.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
And a wide open look for Simmons. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Clippers ahead, up by 15. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Down in the block, it'll be Kawhi next to Zubac. Harden out there with Dunn, and it's Coffee in at the three slot. And it's Leonard missing.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
In one area where they haven't struggled has been transition.
Yeah, they've had less success when they allow the defense to get set. That's why they want to keep pushing the pace.
Harden the pass to Coffee. There's the triple. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Coffee's got himself on the board with three there. And awards now have a minimum amount of games needed to qualify. An interesting twist in this whole story.
Yeah, and it seems logical because of the uproar from the fans and the media that they implement this. And how can you be that impactful in reality, though, if you only play half the year?
Clippers leading by 18. Harden inside the three-point line. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
And it didn't fall, but that's the kind of shot they want their offense to create.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
Nailed from three-point land.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often, and of course, he makes good use of it.
Leonard on the wing from downtown. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 4 assists in the game. And here's Edwards from the arc. Rebound by the Clippers. Leonard's got his 4th rebound in this one. Shot from the wing. Count it. And the Clippers lead by 20.
This is the mark of a great scorer, the ability to not have any struggle making shots off the dribble. That is a hard thing to do, but James Harden makes it look easy.
Here's Harden on the wing. Shoots over DiVincenzo. Misses off the left iron. Minnesota's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Buries it from three-point range.
Doesn't matter where on the floor Anthony Edwards is. That shot mechanic's so pretty, so fluid.
Harden outside. Back to Leonard. Here's Harden on the wing. Another shot, and it's Zubac laying it in.
You love to see Zubac get after it on the window. Use that size and strength.
Edwards inside. Dunn covering. Leonard against DiVincenzo. Fires from deep. And that's good. Kawhi Leonard for 3. Leonard's got 9 points now in just the second half. A 3 for DiVincenzo. And another 3 for Minnesota.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Clippers.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Leonard.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
From deep, Harden. They get the rebound.
Well, you love the physicality from Chris Dunn. He's willing himself to the stripe thanks to the way he goes straight into the defense on that shot.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Clippers.
Well, I've been impressed with the ball movement all game long. They're really looking to just make that extra pass.
I also like how they've played in the painted area. They've made an effort to work on the inside and convert those chances.
Harden kicks to Zubac. Dunn outside. Shoots from the corner. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. Just comes up empty.
Count that one.
Well, 9 times out of 10, that probably is a miss, but somehow he finds a way.
Harden dishes to Leonard. Over Randall. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Harden.
Well, they knew it would be a hostile environment, and they rose to the challenge.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
His production has been unbelievable, a testament to how much he cares about his craft.
And Leonard puts it up from deep 3. The long-distance 3 is buried. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful thank you, David. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
Two teams. My attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh, yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
And now the Los Angeles starters. Kawhi and Zubac make up the front court. Chris Dunn is out there with James Harden. And it's Coffey in at small forward. And so it's Bane who brings up the ball for the Grizzlies. Morant, pass to Bane. And that'll be Memphis's ball as it goes out of bounds. Grizzlies able to keep possession here.
Just a millisecond late. So close to coming up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time he might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Sinks it from distance.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Here's Coffey. Zubac with a screen on Jackson. Sinks the tray.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Jackson outside. And here's Morant outside. They get the rebound. With the draw. Oh, hey! How about that?
That's impressive.
Oh, putting on a show for the fans. Morant's skills making it look like a circus in here.
Outside Harden. A deep three. The rebound by Edey. For Memphis, they've gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Yep, that one goes.
Because of his ability to elevate and make adjustments in air, Morant has no trouble scoring inside.
It's so interesting, Grant. Younger fans may not realize the Clippers had a lot of rough seasons early on.
Well, you know, B.A., that's one way to put it. You know, in their first 27 years in L.A., they only made the playoffs 4 times. But things have definitely changed. Owners have changed. And now they're postseason regulars in the league.
Now here's Leonard. Screen by Leonard. Harden from outside. And the Clippers miss again.
You could see he wanted to get it back. Sadly, he couldn't capitalize from outside the arc.
Leonard with the ball. He's picked up by Bane. Leonard, that one's good.
But going back to his college days, this is one of Leonard's favorite moves, the simple pull-up off the dribble.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Yeah, the Grizzlies head coach and I were able to chat. Who told me that one key will be holding James Harden in check. He said they don't want to let Harden get too much penetration, and when he does drive the lane, they're going to shade him left and force him into his weaker right hand. It's a strategy teams have used on Harden before, so we'll see how effective it is tonight.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Now here's Jackson. Morant looking around. 4-3. Rebounded by Dunn. Clippers trail by 4. Outside Harden. Leonard with a screen on Morant. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Well, you better be right up on James Harden or else he's going to bury these threes, and he will do it in bunches.
Harden against Morant. It's deflected. Leonard outside. Oh, it's blocked by Jackson. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. Here's Harden. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. Leonard passes to Dunn. Just 5 on the clock. Here's the 3.
And how about the defense from Jackson Jr.? Doing just about whatever he can to make shooters uncomfortable.
Can't cash it in from close range.
We're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
And despite his injury history, Kawhi still has the ability to take over games, Brent.
Yeah, does it feel, B.A., that Kawhi sometimes is even more patient and more deliberate in the way he delivers in games? I think he's the type of talent that can slow himself and the game down at his will and still be a lockdown defender.
Leonard for 3. The rebound by Jackson.
The green light they gave him early should probably turn red. He needs to get others involved. I just love how he runs the floor with energy and intensity, but still stays under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Memphis leading. The three from Bain. They get it again. Great positioning on the putback.
Those second chance buckets are major bonus points if you can get them.
Zubac with a screen on Jackson. Pass to Harden. From behind the arc. Knocks down the long J. Harden's got 8.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
It's a tie game in Memphis. And we'll bring you the start of quarter number 2. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
Well, you have to credit their effort on the defensive end. It set the tone for this contest.
Yeah, defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
Manning the backcourt, we'll see Morant and Bain. Jackson out there with Jackson, and it's Bagley in at the center position. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. And he throws it down with one hand.
Court vision on display from Leonard, sharing the ball, big part of his game.
Jackson with a screen on Harden. And here's Morant outside. Kicks it out to Bain. Beyond the arc. Yes, and a nice assist from Jackson. He has 6.
This game has been like a seesaw. Both teams going back and forth at one another.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Now here's Morant. 6 points for him. The 3 is up. And it's Morant again missing.
Not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots. Not the wild one he took there.
For Memphis, they've gotten only 1 of 4 shots to go in. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
We know Kawhi Leonard is a former Finals MVP. Jimmy Butler said, there are guys that are like, quote, I'm going to find the best way to win. In a 7-game series, I'm going to get the best of you in the end. Kawhi's definitely up there. Whatever he's got to do, he is going to find a way. And Brian Butler would know a thing or two about that, wouldn't he?
Yeah, you know that. No question about his abilities. Out of bounds, it'll be the Clippers' ball.
Hurts to see that kind of mistake. Coach is going to be on him about that one.
And a deep 3 from Leonard. Memphis with a rebound. Here's Jackson. Drains the jumper to finish off the break. Jackson's got 5 now.
Yeah, the play naturally finds Jackson because he's so well positioned. He's right where his team needs him.
Outside Harden. Leonard with a screen on Morant to the middle. Stolen by Jackson. Jackson on the wing. Still without a bucket. Pass to Jackson. Now here's Morant. Defended by Harden. The 3. And Morant with the basket on the assist from Jackson. And the Grizzlies lead by 1. Now Harden. Well, you hear team execs say all the time, you're either selling wins or you're selling hope. How true is that, Brent?
Well, if you're an executive BA, just be right about whatever it is that you're selling. And you got to be realistic. I mean, fans are smart. They understand where your team is. Are you a playoff competitor? Are you young and growing? So that's hope. If you're going deep into the playoff run, you want the wins.
And you know, his team wants Jackson Jr. to keep taking these threes, knowing it'll help open up this offense even more.
Done. The pass to Leonard. Down low. Pass to Coffee from deep. Dunn outside. Outside Harden. Second shot opportunity. Up again. It's good on the putback. Oh, man, this has been an absolute battle in the first half.
Each team trying to establish itself. The lead just keeps going back and forth.
And you got to be in awe of incredible defensive efforts like this.
What a powerful rejection. He's not wanting them to get an advantage in this competitive game.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Batum checked in for Eubanks. Jones comes in for Leonard. Bogdanovich has checked in for Coffey. And Ben Simmons subbed in for Harden. Here's Wells. To the middle. Pass to Pippen. Jackson with a screen on Simmons. And he's going for the oop here. And the dunk by Jackson.
An opportunistic player. When Jackson sees an alley-oop opportunity, he doesn't pass it up.
Los Angeles has gone 2 of 6 from distance here in the second quarter. Bogdanovich, no good.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
From the arc. Ben Simmons grabs the board. Clippers trail by 3. Back to Bogdanovich. Wide open. Yes. And that's Simmons with the assist. Bogdanovich has got his first 2 points.
Well, he's an accurate shooter and has some great confidence. Bogdanovich with a beauty.
Bagley, a screen on Bogdanovich. Inside. Oh, the big finish by Bagley.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Memphis ahead, up by 3. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Nice game. What a performance by James Harden.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
They're just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
And so in the game for Los Angeles, we've got Bogdanovich. Nicholas Batum out there with Derrick Jones. Then there's Chris Dunn. And it's Simmons in at the point guard. From deep three-point range, Batum pulls it in. Clippers trail by 5. There's Bogdanovich with the 3. Hits the three-pointer. Bogdanovich has got 5 points.
Great strides in honing in his shot, looking more and more comfortable on the offensive end is Bogdanovich.
Here's Wells, defended by Dunn. Clark with a screen on Bogdanovich. Kennard for 3. Batum pulls it in. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Bogdanovich passes to Simmons. Outside Bogdanovich. Around the rim that time before dropping. Bogdanovich has got 5 points in the quarter. Well, Brent, this is the 8th season for Bogdanovich. He's as steady as a metronome, man.
No, the thing, BA, I don't think guys appreciate him as much as they should in that off-guard position. He is gritty and competitive. He can shoot the ball. He's willing to take big shots. And I love the pace and competitiveness he plays with.
Kept alive. The kick out to Simmons. Dunn outside. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. The Grizzlies have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in the second half. Kennard outside. Ben Simmons grabs the board. And so it's Bogdanovich with it. He brings it up for the LA Clippers. They've only allowed 2 points so far in the second half.
Well, Bogdanovich would prefer to shoot it, but teammates so wide open had to give it up.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Eubanks, he's checked in for the Clippers. Powell comes in for Dunn. Kennard against Bogdanovich. Kennard passes to Pippen. And there's the screen. There's the drive to win the drought. The rebound by Simmons. For Los Angeles, they've gotten 3 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. Pass to Eubanks. There's Bogdanovich with the 3. Fires in the triple. And it's a 5-point Clipper lead.
Great shooting off the pass. Get the feet set. Good balance. Bogdanovich dangerous.
Kennard for 3. And again, it's Memphis missing.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
No problems knocking that one down. Kennard's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Here's Simmons, drives to the hoop, and it's Simmons with the jam.
Big man rolling through. Give Simmons a lane to the rim, and he'll make you pay.
Clark with the screen. There's the triple, and Luke Kennard good for 3. Kennard's got 6.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Now here's Simmons. Here's Bogdanovich. And again, it's the Clippers.
And you might very well see some more parts of Bogdanovich's game with a night like this.
Here's Pippen. Shot from the low post is good.
Defense just way out of position there. No one there to contest the layup.
Let's see if they want to go 2 for 1 here, Grant.
Hey, looking at the clock, I'd say yes.
There's Bogdanovich with the 3. Drains the triple. Bogdanovich has got 16 in the second half.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Now here's Jones. Pass to Bogdanovich. Jones sets a screen. And there's the lob. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, the big man not going to slow him down from getting that deuce.
Kennard for 3. And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Woo, I'm fired up to see this dish one more time. It's always great to see your 2 guards share the wealth.
Well, sometimes that's what can separate some of the best players, not just creating for yourself, but creating for others as well.
First personal foul.
We've reached the 4th quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. We've got Brandon Clark, and it's Kennard in a 2-guard. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Dunn, the pass to Coffey. Harden surveying the D. Shoots over Moran. And it's Bain with the rebound.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Here's Jackson. Kicks it out to Bain. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. Harden against Moran. Harden, the pass to Leonard. Pass to Zubac. 6 on the shot clock. Grizzlies with the rebound. Edey's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Ja slithers his way in. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Come on, this kid is electric. Morant draws a lot of fouls with the way he plays.
Good on the second one. We've played just over a minute here in the fourth. Morant against Harden. Leonard with a screen on Jackson to the inside and stolen by Jackson. Pass to Bane, fires from deep. They grab their own miss. Kicks it out to Jackson and stolen by Leonard. Oh, and the fast break for the Clippers. Looking to get back on track. The rebound by Edey. Edey's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Jackson with it, and it's Leonard picking him up. Unloads. Here's Edey. Tries again, and it's good on the lay-in.
Oh, that's a big bucket. Putting the offense on his shoulders right there.
Zubac with a screen on Jackson. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. By himself, and the dunk by Jackson.
And you have to admire the size and strength of Jackson Jr. Just fantastic work establishing himself inside and slamming it down.
The Clippers in the lead. Dunn outside. Takes it inside. Oh, a special move before that shot.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
And here's Morant. And then Morant with the jam!
I mean, just an agile move by Morant down low. Working around the contact and getting it to go.
Pass to Zubac. Back to Harden. Three-pointer. Memphis with a rebound. Jackson's got rebound number 7 tonight. Memphis has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Sends it home from three-point land.
It's clear Jackson Jr. embraces the spotlight. He's a solid scorer who makes important shots for this team.
Pass to Leonard.
2 minutes remaining at the game.
Oh, and Jackson with the block. Kicks it out to Bane. Outside Morant. Jackson with a screen on Zubac. From deep, Morant. Here's Edey. Outside Morant. Just 5 to shoot.
Oh, man.
Oh!
Can you say prime time player for Morant? He enjoys delivering for his team in these parts of the game. And there's the cherry on top. Excellent trip up the floor to build out this lead.
Three-pointer, Harden. Counted. Now 5 of 11 for the game.
Oh, can you say important bucket by Harden? James always wants the ball in these moments. Love it.
Outside Morant. Morant hammers it down hard.
Oh, you know Morant wants it. And guess what? He got it.
Harden against Morant. Leonard with a screen on Morant. Leonard outside. Fires for 3. And it's Bane with the rebound.
Well, you make strides to get back in the ball game, but an errant shot like that can definitely cost you any kind of momentum. Have to use better judgment there.
They've been battling all night. Now they're on the brink of putting this game away.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
And with their backs against the wall, Zubac goes off.
From deep, Morant with another 3 for Memphis.
He's pouring it on at a nice clip, and the rest of the team is stepping up as well. At this point, it just feels like it's over.
You want to keep expending energy, or do you want to start thinking about the next one?
Edey for 3. The Clippers grab the miss. And you never want to say never, but in this case...
Yeah, at this point, I don't even know if divine intervention could turn this around.
The Grizzlies take the win. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
And it makes a huge difference. Once they started to get into
time, but eventually I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it fake. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the
to an exciting and the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniel. Gobert is out there with Randall, and it's DiVincenzo in at the 1. And for Memphis, Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Jackson is out there with Edey, and it's Wells in at small forward.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide-open look in space there.
You know, when Rudy Gobert is down low, it strikes fear into the opponent. This is a guy who has led the league in blocks and rebounds at different times. Inside the paint, he is just a nightmare to battle against.
And finished off by Gobert.
Great lob and an even better finish by Gobert.
Now the Grizzlies with it. Now here's Morant for 3. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. Traps in the tray.
Well, you know, that last 3 got DiVincenzo fired up now. He had to respond. He goes to the arc to shoot back with one of his own triples.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Offensive rebound. McDaniels dishes to Randall. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Connects from 3-point range.
And that corner pocket triple, terrific shot by Edwards from deep.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to talk with Memphis' head coach. Their team's main focus tonight, well, it starts with All-Star Anthony Edwards. He said Ant is an incredible player. He's so physical. We have to throw multiple bodies at him. It's got to be a team effort to keep Edwards in check. An ambitious game plan. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. DiVincenzo kicks to Edwards. 6 on the shot clock. Misses the 3. Memphis has gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Wells wide open. Off target from 3-point range. For Minnesota, they've gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Edwards, no good.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over-anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
There's always a surprise, isn't there, Clark, in the offseason? Let's go back to 2022. That offseason, the Timberwolves going all in on Rudy Gobert.
Basically, Kevin, they traded 5 firsts plus a bunch of good players for Gobert. It was derided at the time, and I can understand why, but Rudy's defense has taken them to another level, and he's actually been a little better offensively than people thought he would be.
No one near Randall as he lets it go. And it falls over the rim and in.
You know what? Sometimes something good can come out of a bad possession.
Morant outside. Gobert with the defensive effort.
Boy, that is awesome defense, guys, against a capable finisher. Well done. I'm sure the coaches love that.
The open shot, Edwards. Rebounded by Jackson.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Bane, no good. And Randall has got the ball here for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They trail by 1. A nice shot by McDaniel.
If you want the title of 3-and-D player, you've got to make threes. McDaniels has really worked on that shot.
Now here's Morant for 3. And the 3 ball is good. Morant's got 9 points.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
And then Morant rams it in.
Out in the open court, few defenders can match up with Morant. He's too fast and skilled.
To the middle. Tries to keep it alive. Gobert the pass to DiVincenzo. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
And guys, there are some you can give that shot to, but let's be clear, he's not one of them. Terrible job there by the D.
From the arc, and again it's Memphis with the 3.
And this is the game plan for him. And he's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
And the Grizzlies leading by 3. Payne for 3. It's hauled in by Edwards. Driving the lane. And the rejection by Jackson. 7 seconds left to play here in the first. With 2 seconds left. And finished off by Edwards.
And that's rocking the rim. Give him the 2 points and tack on some for style.
Oh, he deserves them. He deserves all the points he can get there. Sensation.
Now, I call that an executive summary statement.
Number 35. Here's Edwards. Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. Grizzlies lead by 1. Live from the Fed. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
Well, how about the transition game, too? I mean, that's been another key for them, moving the ball quickly up the floor. Let's see if they can keep that up.
Morant is the point with Payne out on the wing. Jackson is out there with Wells, and it's Clark in at the 5 roaming the paint. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Here's Morant, and finished off by Morant.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
A nice shot by McDaniels. Greg, every year, injuries are a huge factor in shaping the title race. And I'm guessing that teams should probably put more of a premium on durability. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, I think all GMs take that into account. A team wants to be confident it'll have a stable roster over the course of a long season.
Here he goes. And Morant moves it down.
How about the handles from the young fellow? Give Morant credit for taking the initiative and capitalizing.
Edwards over in the corner, McDaniels. Back to Edwards. Lets it go with the 3. Look at Edwards slotting home the 3.
He does not lack for confidence. He shouldn't. I mean, this guy is a dangerous scorer.
Morant with a wide open look. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Morant's got the lead back up to 3 now for Memphis. Edwards kicks to McDaniels. Edwards flashing inside.
On the front foot, attacking the defense. This is Anthony Edwards at his best.
And you see, don't you, Clark, the steady progression year over year for Anthony Edwards.
Well, he's already an all-star since his 3rd season. With Edwards, the chance is there if he continues to show the same improvement he's shown thus far. He's going to be MVP caliber, and I dare say, perhaps the face of the league for several years to come. McDaniel's showing more promise as a scorer the longer he stays in the league.
The 3 from Morant. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Scoring the ball, he has been lethal and efficient. Wow.
Edwards drives in. Pass to Gobert. And the foul called on Brandon Clark. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Now, here's McDaniels. And here's Edwards from the arc. Knocks down the 3 ball. Edwards got 13 points.
Edwards loves those long-range bombs. He's a confident shooter.
Morant right side. And Morant throws it down.
Oh, and he went for the 2-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
And Edwards with the stuff.
Edwards is rolling right now. If I'm his teammates, he's getting a rock every time.
Morant's against DiVincenzo. A 3-pointer, no good. And so Gobert will bring it up for the Timberwolves. And Randall throws it down.
Just another way Randall can beat you. Good hands for the catch and finish at the rim.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, Rudy Gobert has tied for the most Defensive Player of the Year awards all time, but he's challenging himself to do more offensively. He said it's all about just being okay with missing or making mistakes, freeing my mind and doing the things that I work on to get out of the shell that I was being put in. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David Aldridge, we thank you for that report.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
Edwards passes to Randall. Trains it from beyond the arc. He has 7.
Yeah, you know, he's evolving his offense over time, Julius Randle, and I think the coaching staff is happy to see it. They like to see him take and make these shots.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Randall from outside. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. We've got 28 seconds left to play here in the half. It's stolen by Gobert. Here's Edwards. Edwards with the powerful flush.
Well, I tell you what, once Edwards accelerates, I mean, he looks like he's playing at a different speed than those around him.
Morant drives in and finished off by Morant.
Just so fast. I mean, it's like trying to stop the train when he's coming in for the slam.
Bain with the steal. To the inside. It's stolen by Gobert. No good on the shot. John Morant has been leading the charge, guys, for the Memphis Grizzlies. Another excellent quarter for him, especially from long range. He's buried a total of 7 3-pointers in the game. We come back right after this. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Guys, John Morant has been sensational.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter. Sliced right through them.
Well, you know what, guys? My question is this. Who's he going to posterize in this half? You know, we've already gotten a number of filthy dunks out of him.
And on the floor for Chris Finch as we get into the second half. Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Conley. Then it's Joe Ingles. Then it's Miller. And it's Reed in at the center.
And it's hard to pick a more electrifying player in the league than John Morant. He explodes off the floor.
And the Grizzlies making a change here. Clark's checked in. Conley for 3. John Morant grabs the rebound. And the Grizzlies leading by 4. Clark, if you had one word to describe Mike Conley, what would it be?
Reliable, steadfast, dependable. Now, I know that's 3, but I wanted to give you 3 different words I could use to describe it. Only 2 seasons in his whole career has he not played at least 50 games. That speaks to durability and professionalism.
The 3 from Morant. No good that time. The Timberwolves have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. From the wing, the Grizzlies pull it in. Edey's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Back to Morant. From deep 3-point land. Takes a 3. That one misses. Minnesota's gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Good. And the nice assist from Morant. Kennard's got the lead up to 5 now for the Grizzlies. Beyond the arc. Reed gets the bucket. Reed's got 5 points now this quarter.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make a pay.
Right wing, here's Stevens. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
And this is something Morant does well. His knack for knowing when to make that feed is impressive.
Conley's shot is off. And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. Off on the layup.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Timberwolves trail by 5. Here's Alexander Walker. Bangs home the trifecta. Alexander Walker's got his first 3 points of the game.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep.
The 3 from Morant. They get it back. Here's Clark, who's back up. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Easy to appreciate the physicality that Clark plays with. This is what earns him those calls. Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Pippin's checked in for Memphis. Miller surveying the floor. Clock at 6. Now, here's Reed. He's guarded close enough, and there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
You can tolerate gas like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Outside Conley for the tie. Kennard with the rebound.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Pippen with the bucket.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're gonna get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
It's good on the putback.
Great job of crashing the offensive glass. He stayed with it. That's hard-nosed, tough basketball.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thank you very much. The Timberwolves have become a rough and rugged team. Swingman Jaden McDaniel said, "We don't let nobody push us around. We're always being physical defensively. I feel like we're a tough team, super tough." And Kevin, they certainly have the size to hold their own.
Always being physical. But David, that's their identity. And we thank you for the report.
Conley plays with a lot of intelligence.
The tray. And it's Luke Kennard with the 3. Kennard's got 6.
You cannot leave him alone like that, especially from long range.
And here's Ingles outside. And the Grizzlies leading by 4. Off target from outside. 20 seconds left to play in the third. And now the Grizzlies fast break. Clark inside. Covered by Miller. Kennard for 3. To the left wing. Here's Stevens. Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. Grizzlies out in front, leading by 4. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far with this fourth quarter. Sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Jaren Jackson is out there with Edey. Then it's Pippen. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Stevens in at the 3 slot. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
A new lineup here for the Timberwolves. Randall with the ball. Now guarded by Wells. McDaniels gets a wide open look. That's in, coming off an assist from Randall. Randall's got his 5th assist in this one. Here's Morant. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Morant's got 39.
And what a show Morant is putting on. Every time he touches the ball, you feel like he's going to score.
Here's Edwards. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Morant finds Jackson. Out to Morant. Takes the 3. Knocked loose. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Here's McDaniels. Offline with his 3. And the Grizzlies leading by 4. Here's Wells. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Lobbed up there for Edwards. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Morant.
Minnesota ball.
And here's Edwards from the arc. Here's Gobert. Out to Edwards. Shoots the 3. Edey with the rebound. Edey's got 11 rebounds in the game. And again, Memphis no good. Timberwolves trail by 4. Outside Edwards. Gobert the pass to Randall. Here's Edwards. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Nothing's going his way since the horn. I mean, looks like he used up all his makes in the last quarter.
And it's Morant missing.
And maybe, you know, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the 3s.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
Gets it to fall. The bucket from Bain.
And really the defense not organized on that inbounds play, and boy, do they pay the price with the triple.
Randall from outside. A 3-pointer is right on target.
Calm when it counts. Randall has that clutch DNA.
Here's Jackson with the 3. Good. And the nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 3 assists now in this one. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession.
Minnesota ball.
Grizzlies on defense. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. For 3, Edwards. Here's the 3. Edey with the rebound. Edey's got rebound number 13 with that last one. Here's Morant. Up and in on the layup. Morant's got 41.
And they've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch here in the final quarter.
You can feel the sense of urgency they have to get this thing closed out as soon as possible.
Edwards can't hit. And Morant's got the ball here for the Memphis Grizzlies. 9-point game. Bain, no good.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Edwards, good.
Seems like Edwards never stops competing and believing right until the final buzzer.
Wasted no time on that one. Jackson's got the lead up to 9 now for Memphis.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Here's McDaniels. And it's off from 3-point range. From deep 3-point land. Gets the rebound. Wells kicks to Morant. There's Jackson with the 3. It's not going to go for him. And you have to like how they're moving the ball right now.
Snappy passes to ready shooters. It's basketball 101. But boy, is it working.
And so it's Memphis with it. This one for 3. Wells passes to Bain. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yep, I agree with you. Chalk it up. W in the bag.
So it's Memphis picking up the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really...
Thanks so much, David. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our...
Popcorn for this face-off at the center position tonight, Grant.
Oh, no question, B.A. I mean, these bigs bring the size and skill. Who has more tools in their toolkit? I mean, we're about to find out.
And a look at Minnesota's opening lineup. Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point. Harden, good.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Yeah, an underrated passer. Randall has a nice feel for the game and is willing to keep his teammates involved.
Harden from outside. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. It's Edwards on the wing. McDaniels from long range. Rebounded by Kawhi Leonard.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
The shot by Dunn, no good. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Defensive Player of the Year 4 times over, Stan. Rudy Gobert tied for the record.
Yeah, Brian, alongside Dikembe Mutombo and Ben Wallace, and Gobert's capable of getting another one, too, assuming his countryman, Victor Wembanyama, doesn't start taking the reins.
With the defense trying to protect the interior, he pulls at the arc and drains it.
The open shot, Randall. That won't go for him. Now 0 for 2.
Well, if you give him that shot again, I'm willing to bet he nails it, especially with that lack of defensive effort.
Harden's shot is good.
He's never shy to let it go from three-point range. Harden wants to make the D's job as tough as possible.
Outside Edwards. Pass to Gobert. Back to Edwards. Lets the 3 fly. Counted from distance. Edwards has got 8.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Harden scanning the floor. Leonard with the ball. DiVincenzo covering. The shot from 20 feet out. Puts up a 3. No, stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity at a three-point play. Rudy Gobert picks one up. Los Angeles shooting their first free throw this game. Now here's DiVincenzo. Edwards, that's good.
Talk about a guy who runs the floor. Edwards gets down there on the fast break so quickly.
On the wing, Harden. DiVincenzo covering. Leonard outside. Cans it with nobody near him.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
Pass to Randall. Let's go with a 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
And a deep three from Leonard. Yes, and a nice assist from Harden. Leonard's got his second basket.
Everyone knows Harden is a talented passer. He can really rack up those assists.
And Edwards slams it in.
Wow, this is how explosive Edwards can be. He finishes with such force at the rim.
Leonard can't get it to go.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Edwards, the pass to McDaniels. Fires the three. He drops it from range.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Here's Dunn. And the Clippers again with a bucket.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Ryan, Anthony Edwards, his disposition just brightens a locker room. Coach Chris Finch said he's an absolute joy to coach. Always in a great mood with a great smile. It doesn't matter if he plays well or he doesn't. Every day he has the same approach and the same attitude.
And he wants to be great, Allie. There's no doubt about that. Now here's Dunn. Harden from outside. Gets the three to fall. Harden's got 9.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Here's Leonard. He's got 5. 32 seconds left now in the first quarter.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Yeah, nice dish by Gobert. With his height, he can see over the whole defense.
Zubac.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. Here's Randall. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Edwards for 3. No good there. Puts up a deep 3. Doesn't go for him. James Harden. He's been the guy making things happen for the Clippers. He dropped 3 threes in that quarter. They haven't found... And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. What do you guys think about Los Angeles here in this one?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
Yeah, they gave the other team no time to breathe. Every time they got the ball, they were off to the races. And you see how effective this aggressive mindset can be.
Kawhi and Zubac make up the front court. James Harden out there with Chris Dunn. And it's Coffey in at the small forward position. That's the group for the Clippers starting second.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Oh, Randall put some extra on that slam, entertaining the fans and the broadcasters.
Harden fires away from outside, and it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now. McDaniels from long range, and it's the Clippers with the rebound. Zubac has got 5 rebounds in the game. Stan, a late first-round pick in 2020. Jaden McDaniels, one of the top young two-way players in the league.
Well, Brian, last season he was rewarded with a big money extension. His play tailed off just a bit, but still a key player for them moving forward. I love how competitive Edwards is. He relishes getting revenge like this.
Harden, the pass to Leonard. The 3-ball. Pass to Coffey. Over McDaniels. Here's Leonard. Cash money from 16 feet away. Leonard's got 7 points in the game.
Yeah, Kawhi, a master of the mid-range. For most, it's not efficient, but for him, it's cash money. A defensive breakdown. Can't afford to leave him open from range.
Harden against DiVincenzo. Harden, the pass to Dunn. Back to Harden. Shot clock at 6. Harden missing again. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Clippers?
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And also, I haven't seen a lot of resistance from the defense when it comes to limiting their points in transition.
Here's Randall. Again, the Timberwolves score. So it's Los Angeles now. Outside Harden. From outside the arc. And it's Harden again missing. Minnesota has gone 7 of 13 from downtown so far in this game. Oh, he packs it down.
That is incredible. Well, when Edwards gets this hot, all an opponent can hope to do is limit the damage.
Three-pointer, Harden. And the Clippers miss again. And here's Minnesota now. They're on a 13-5 run. It's stolen. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. For Minnesota, they've gotten 5 of 7 shots to go in the second. Jack's up with 3. DiVincenzo can't hit. The Clippers have gone 4 of 10 from the field in the second. Oh, sweet move. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's on Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, few guys do this as easily as Harden. Driving in hard and drawing a foul while taking the shot.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
DiVincenzo driving, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him with the score this tight. You cannot take a chance here. Bogdanovich from long range, and that's good. His first bucket of the game.
This is why you got to be right up on Bogdanovich, because he can torch you with the pull-up J.
Gobert up top. For 3, DiVincenzo. Hauled in by Brown. Los Angeles has gotten only 4 of 9 from beyond the arc here in the second. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
That free throw misses. And Los Angeles making a change here. Simmons is checked in. So neither attempt will fall that time for him. And here's Miller. He'll bring it up for the T-Wolves. They trail by 1. The rebound by Simmons. The Clippers shooting 52% from the floor so far. And here's Brown for 3. Knocks down the triple. And the Clippers lead by 4. There's 14 seconds left to play in the first half. Outside Conley. Miller, the pass to Conley. Three-pointer. Drops in the 3. Conley's got his first 3 points of the game.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. It's Los Angeles up by 1. Well, now we have some... Thank you, Allie. Good stuff. We will be right back after this break for the beginning of the third quarter. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
Hey, we didn't expect this. Not normally a big-time assist maker. He's done a great job moving the ball around.
Yeah, and I'm a little surprised. But he's been focused on passing the ball. You got to give him credit.
Kicking off the second half, here's Chris Finch's 5. We've got Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Miller is out there with Joe Ingles. Then there's Mike Conley, and it's Reed in at the 5. Stan, you've coached some great defensive anchors in your time. Who do you view as the best in the game today?
Well, Brian, you probably have to start with Rudy Gobert, but we've got guys like Brook Lopez, Jaren Jackson, Anthony Davis, and then we've got 2 young ones coming up that could be as good as we've seen in Wemby and Chet Holmgren.
And here's Brown for 3, and the three-pointer goes. Brown's got 6 points.
Well, hey, you give him some daylight, he can knock it down.
Outside Conley. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Simmons with it. He's picked up by Conley. And Mike Conley picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Timberwolves on D. Outside Bogdanovich. Pulls it. Reed with the rebound.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
One of the more consistent players in the league, Stan, Bogdanovich.
Yeah, Brian. Averages in double figures every year. Shoots it well from deep. A very underrated ball handler and playmaker. You love having guys like Bogdanovich that you can rely on every night.
Minnesota's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Back to Conley. Lets it go from deep. Rebound by the Clippers.
Man, just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
From downtown, Brown can't hit. The Timberwolves have got just 2 of 6 in the second half. Alexander Walker with the bucket. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
Great touch there. It's just so tough to defend a floater like that.
Out to the right wing. Fires the 3. The shot by Eubanks, no good. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 7 here in this third quarter. Ingles passes to Conley. The floater, and that one drops. Now it's a 4-point Timberwolves lead.
Great control by Conley in the float game. Gave it just enough.
Simmons with it. Ingles covering. Jones against Conley. And it's Simmons with the jam.
Watch out below. The flying Australian, Ben Simmons, cleared for takeoff.
Simmons against Conley. And there's 1:38 left in the third quarter. 6 to shoot. The shot by Alexander Walker, no good.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Saw his teammate with a path to the rim, and boom, lobbed it up there beautifully.
Very smooth catch and finish. Conley passes to Alexander Walker. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Eubanks, he's got 4 rebounds now. Brown finds Simmons. Back to Brown. For the lead. Reed with the rebound.
He just keeps firing from distance. I know he's trying to heat up, but at what cost?
Alexander Walker. He buries it from 3. Alexander Walker's got 5 now.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc. Well, you couldn't ask for a better look. That's one he's got to knock down.
Conley with the ball. Now Bogdanovich defending. Conley passes to Miller. Yes, great play by Conley to set it up. Miller's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, Conley is an excellent decision maker and floor general for this team.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game. Oh, a highlight! What a slam!
Oh, my.
Put that one-man show on Broadway.
That's one way to go with the alley-oop. For 3, Conley. Hauled in by Brown. Right side, Simmons.
A great read between those 2 guys. The defense didn't stand a chance, B.A.
These 2 teammates right here, Grant, they are connected. That takes us to the end of the third quarter. What a game. Neither team giving ground. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Minnesota in the lead. Kawhi and Zubac make up the front court. Chris Dunn is out there with James Harden. And it's Coffey in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Harden can't hit. The Timberwolves shooting has been good. 54% on this one. DiVincenzo can't hit. Los Angeles shooting at a 48% clip from the floor. Pass to Harden. And here's Leonard.
Right here.
Hauled in by DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo's got 4 rebounds now. Edwards for 3. It's rebounded by Zubac.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Outside Harden. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. Outside for Randall. Launches it from deep. Knocks it down from distance. And the Timberwolves lead by 5.
Yeah, as a shooter, Randall can be practically automatic. He gets the ball and immediately has a shot cooking.
Here's Harden. It's good. And the assist that time from Leonard. Harden's got 22 points.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
And he lobs it up. Done with a steal. Here's Coffey. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Edwards for 3. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. To the paint. Here's Coffey. Ooh, great D that time from Gobert.
Excellent coverage defensively, making it hard on him.
DiVincenzo on the wing. Randall with it. Harden picks him up and wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. It's McDaniels on the wing. Clock at 6. Drills it from deep.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Dunn left side. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Edwards for 3. And another 3 from Minnesota.
Well, it doesn't matter where he is on the court. If Edwards likes a look, he's going to take it.
Here's Leonard. Ooh, going to take more than that to stop Kawhi.
Well, all of us coaches, we love when you can create looks in close.
There's a screen. And he's going for the lob. Picked it out of midair. It's a one-on-one situation. Three-pointer, Harden. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Gobert's got 11 rebounds in the game. Randall deciding where to go with it. Gobert with a screen on Harden. The 3. Offensive rebound. Outside for Randall. Fader on the way. Coffey grabs the board. Clippers trail by 7. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
Here's Harden. And the call will be against James Harden. That's his first foul.
And great job to establish position and square up.
And here's Edwards. Edwards with a step. And Edwards slams it in.
Yeah, doing it with speed and style. Edwards putting on a show at the rim.
Buries it from three.
Oh, man, what a bucket by Leonard. His team counts on him when time is short because he can handle the pressure.
DiVincenzo finds Randall. Here's the three. It's rebounded by Zubats. Los Angeles has gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter. Here's Dunn. Count it! And now they trail by just 4. Pass to Edwards. Inside, Edwards lays it in.
Wow, these are the moments that Edwards lives for. He is dynamite in the clutch.
Here's Harden. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And Kawhi Leonard gets a whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
There's 25 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Randall. It's rebounded by Los Angeles.
And looking for a quick bucket here.
And then foul, trying to extend that game.
The shot by Dunn, no good. Outside McDaniels. Pass to DiVincenzo. There's the triple. Fires in the triple.
DiVincenzo.
And so it's Minnesota with the W. They have to feel good about this. Allie, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our...
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the field. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him
lopsided matchup. Tonight in some regards, but everyone loves an underdog.
Yeah, let's not forget, this is the NBA. Anything can happen, and even lower-ranked teams are elite. We could still have a real contest on our hands tonight.
Look at the opening lineup for the Memphis Grizzlies. Morant is the point, with Bane out on the wing. Wells is out there with Jackson, and it's Edey in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
One thing about Harden, he makes the game look so easy. Ladies and gentlemen, do not try this at home. This man just drops bombs.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. That bucket in no time at all.
And this is part of Morant's role. As a guard, he's responsible for finding the open man.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, GA?
Well, a bit ago, Teron Lue and I were able to chat. Desmond Bane was the topic, and Coach was effusive with his praise. He said Bane is a great catch-and-shoot guy, but he'll find ways to contribute no matter what. He also said Bane is hard to game plan for, but they'll do their best not to let him get in rhythm. They will have their hands full tonight, guys.
Thanks, David.
And I love the way he uses his size there to make sure he gets that ball.
Greg, looking back to last season, the Clippers had one red-hot stretch.
That's right. They went on a 26-5 run between December and February. It finally showed how dangerous that team could be when healthy. And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Good on the triple.
The competitive fire of Morant matching the three on the other end.
Outside Leonard fires the three. Rebounded by Jackson.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
The three from Morant. And again, it's Memphis with the three.
Consistency from deep is going to be the biggest determining factor in Morant's ceiling. If he gets that, I think we're going to see some MVPs in his future.
Here's Coffee. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Coffee's got 6.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Morant with a wide open look. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Clippers trail by 3. Harden with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Here's Coffee. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
Terrific recognition from Harden. He has a sixth sense when it comes to getting guys open.
Now here's Morant for 3. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Harden can't hit.
Well, it isn't for a lack of effort when it comes to getting up the three-pointers, but not much to show for it. He's going to lose the green light here very early in this game if this keeps up.
What I love about Morant is that he understands his strengths on offense, which is why he is so efficient.
Gets the three-pointer to fall. He has 6.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
And it's Morant missing. For Los Angeles, they've gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. A 3 from Leonard. Grizzlies with the rebound. 1:12 left here in the first quarter. People like to debate, and Greg, I don't know if this is you, what's better, Kawhi's defense or his offense?
Well, Kevin, I'll say this. Even if he was a subpar defender, his offense alone would have him among the league's top players. But his defense isn't subpar. At its best, it's elite.
And out of bounds is Memphis gains possession.
That was okay, let's say that was an odd play. You don't see misconnections like that too often.
Memphis leading. Morant with it. Zubac defending. Morant outside. Over Harden. Morant with another miss. And the Clippers have possession. Puts up a three. Leonard, no luck. Grizzlies shooting in this first quarter around 38%. They're looking a bit creaky out there.
Got to find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not going to get it.
All sorts of time. And Bane pulls it down.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
The Grizzlies with another miss. Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. Grizzlies. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Memphis.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And not only that, their elite conditioning evident from the pace they're playing offensively. Boy, they are getting out and running.
So on the floor to begin things for Memphis here in the second quarter. Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Jackson is out there with Wells, and it's Clark in at the center position. Now here's Leonard, still without a basket. Drills it from outside.
You see the competitor in Leonard matching the three from the other end.
Clark a screen on Hart. Now here's Morant for three.
Not a whole lot going down for him at this point. He just can't buy a break.
And you look at the Grizzlies defense the last few years. RJ extremely disruptive.
Yeah, they've been top of the league in steals and blocks. That's just a part of the DNA in Memphis. It can be exhausting playing against guys like this.
Now Harden, following the miss by Jaren Jackson from deep, puts the move on. Harden's shot is off. Memphis trailing here. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks very much. James Harden is still a factor at age 35. He says, I'm more than a scorer, so for me, it's just impacting the game at the highest level. Kevin, he's led the league in scoring 3 times, but has also led the league in assists. So it's pretty much true. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Oh, don't forget, he rebounds as well as any guard right now in the NBA.
And all of his athleticism on display there. Clark's work ethic makes him lethal on that offensive backboard.
Got that one up quick. Dunn's got his first basket. For Memphis, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. It's tipped. Morant surveying the D. Back to Jackson. Shot clock at 6. His 3-pointers off the mark. The Clippers trail. Harden outside. 3-pointer. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Harden's got 6 here in this quarter.
Big 3-point shot from James Harden. Look, this man locks in, and that is his shot.
And it's Morant missing. Clippers have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. And now the Grizzlies, fast break. Here's Bane. Done with some nice D. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. Talk about confidence. Greg, what do you think about Harden's quote from a couple years ago when he said, I'm not a system player, I am the system?
Kevin, I laughed when I heard it because most guys couldn't say that, but Harden absolutely can. He's an elite scorer turned elite passer. Your offense has to orbit around him when he's on the floor.
Athletic move by Harden. Okay, I see you throwing it down on top of the defense.
Jackson setting the pick here for Bane. No good again that time.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Bane against Leonard. Pass to Zubac. In the corner. Harden, 4 on the shot clock. No good with the triple. The Grizzlies trail by 6. Now here's Morant for 3. And it's James Harden with the rebound. Harden's got his 4th rebound in this one. Leonard with no one around. Off target from outside.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
And a wide open look for Bain. The Grizzlies with another miss. Clippers leading by 6. And here we go. Fast break, and Morant's got it.
Oh, my. Nice finish. Oh, wow. Okay, Ja turning it loose. Someone throw that man some water.
Leonard with a screen on Bain. Dunn misses.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
Bain, no good. Harden outside. Leonard, that's for 2. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Leonard's got the lead up to 6 now for the Clippers. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You have to like what you're seeing from Ja Morant.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
And let's see if the D adjusts, make life a little more difficult on him.
So with Harden on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Out there with Drew Eubanks. Then it's Simmons. And it's Miller, and it's Bogdanovich in at the shooting guard position. That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down to 6. That one coming from Jackson. And we see dunkers get technicals for hanging on the rim, slapping the backboard, or Richard even staring someone down. Should refs let that slide, or is that something they got to pay attention to?
I don't mind the hanging on the rim, the smacking the backboard. I love that aggression. The staring people down, that's something you got to be careful with because that can cause some problems, and we don't want any of those issues on the court.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's Eubanks. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Kennard for 3. It's hauled in by Brown. Clippers leading by 9. Here's Bogdanovich. Gets a very good look and converts. Bogdanovich has got 5 now.
The D just couldn't anticipate Bogdanovich's shot there. He catches them by surprise with the pull-up.
Now here's Kennard. Still yet to score. Sinks the three-pointer.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Here's Bogdanovich. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. And the Clippers lead by 10.
And that's cash. Bogdanovich is a legitimate threat to burn you from that mid-range.
Fires top of the key. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
And it's Miller in the corner. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Back to Bogdanovich. Goes up from the top of the key. Rebounded by Jackson. The Grizzlies trail by 10. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thanks. With the CBA and new broadcasting deals both completed, league talk now turns to expansion. Commissioner Adam Silver says if you're a successful organization, I think it makes sense over time to continue to grow. There's no doubt that there are a lot of great cities we're interested in having in the NBA. Kevin?
So right, David, we could lay out 3, 4, 5 cities right now that would beg to have professional basketball. Jackson has the open look. The Grizzlies with another miss. Clippers leading by 13. And Bogdanovich kicks to Miller. shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Personal foul.
And, you know, few guys play their role better than Bogdanovich. And by that, I mean he's often exceeding expectations and giving his squad more than they asked for.
Kennard for 3. The shot's good on the assist by Pippen. Kennard's got 6 points in the quarter.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Brown wide open. He fires. A three-pointer is right on target. Brown's got the lead up to 14 now for the Clippers. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
I don't know if he got in his own head there or what, because the defense can't really take credit for that miss.
And Simmons slams it in.
It's nice to have moves like that in your back pocket. Simmons showing off his handle.
From outside the arc, it's hauled in by Brown.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
Bogdanovich, no luck. The Grizzlies trail by 16. Jackson from long range. Eubanks grabs the miss. Eubanks got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's the screen. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Bogdanovich has got 10 points here in the second half. Pippen for 3. Rebound by the Clippers. Eubanks got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And here's Bogdanovich for 3. The shot misses. And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for Memphis. It's an 18-point game.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
Los Angeles has gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. For the 3. And it's Bogdanovich again missing. The Grizzlies trail by 15. He was all alone on that one. Kennard's got 12 now in this quarter.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, and you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
Oh, he really wanted that triple. Even though he missed, I really like the competitiveness I'm seeing.
Bogdanovich finds Miller. Launches a 3. And Bogdanovich, the bucket on the assist by Miller. Bogdanovich has got 13 points.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're real.
And so it's Los Angeles, enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. We'll return shortly. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. So the Grizzlies 5 right now. Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Jaren Jackson is out there with Edey. And it's Wells in at the 3 slot. The 3 from Morant drains the 3-pointer. Morant's got 20.
With his ability to create or attack the rim, look, that jumper is always going to be available for Morant.
From deep, Harden. Edey with the rebound. The Grizzlies trail by 11. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That's foul number 2 for him. Now, here's Morant for 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers. They led by as many as 18 points. Pass to Harden. And the jam by Harden.
An offensive juggernaut. It's fun watching Harden go out and just take over.
Morant against Harden. Morant drives in. And then Morant slams it in.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it. Pass to Zubac. Clippers moving the ball around. Knocks down the 3 ball. And the Clippers lead by 14.
This is why you always have to chase guys off the arc, because everyone has a three-point shot now.
Morant outside. Jackson setting the pick here for Morant. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, this is what you love seeing. Jackson Jr. using that size advantage on the offensive glass.
Harden the pass to Zubac. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Clippers leading by 12. A three from Leonard. Wells grabs the miss.
Oh, man, for whatever reason, he can't get it going from three, and he's pretty good from there.
Morant plays it up and in on the nice reverse. Morant's got 24 points.
A point guard with length. Morant can do a little bit more than just handle himself inside.
From deep, Harden. The Grizzlies pull it in. Stolen by Harden. Pass to Coffee. Leonard with the ball. Bring it up for Kawhi Leonard from three.
You set him up more often than not. Leonard will knock him down.
Morant kicks to Jackson. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. The Grizzlies trail by 13. Payne for three. The Grizzlies with another miss.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through.
And he's good on the three ball. There's a minute 34 left to play in the final quarter. And it's done penetrating and done with the slam.
Yeah, just a simple one-hand flush.
I think he got a few more inches on his vertical by going with the spike. The three from Morant. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
That's a layup for him. He's just too open.
Clippers leading by 9. Pass to Coffee. Dunn kicks to Harden. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. He's got 19.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
No let up with these guys. They're going for the throat now.
The three from Morant. It's hauled in by Zubac. They're in good position here to ride it out.
Certainly, if they just play smart, this game's over.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Clippers.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching any lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for James Harden.
Oh, he was at the center of everything that happened in this game. His energy was felt throughout the building, and his impact, well, it was incredible.
Stolen by Jackson.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yeah, they fought as hard as they could. Just wasn't in the cards tonight.
And hustle like that is why he leads this team in rebounds tonight.
And let's be honest, guys, rebounding is about want, and he is playing with 110% effort.
Leonard from deep, three-point land. So the Clippers winning this one easily. All right, David, thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.